It took so long, but so as I told you guys that wow, that's something. So I told you guys that some SNL legends wanted a shot at going into the wrestling world, and they wanted to start by making a good impression with the other people. So they made an open challenge, and Braun Strowman was gladly happy to accept facing some guys from SNL. And of course, who else does he have to team with but his old former successful partner, I might say, his former tag team partner and one half of the tag champions, Nicholas. Apparently, April vacation has come early, as Chris Farley is taking it to Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman fans.
Maybe Braun Strowman bit off more than he can chew. Maybe not. Farley's not that much smaller than Braun Strowman.
All he has to do is get to his corner and make the tag.
Well, a little bit. He's a lot more rounder, I'll tell you that much. As there's a camel clutch by Chris Farley. Braun Strowman's having problems in the beginning of this match, but yeah, I would imagine you can't call yourself a monster if, you know, you don't have that raw power that Braun Strowman has. He's been known to flip over cars and everything else. I don't think Chris Farley's ever flipped over a car, unless he's driving it. As Farley takes down Braun Strowman in his own neck of the woods, drives a big knee across that throat. From what I understand, that one of their trainers, Adam Sandler, I was talking to Adam Sandler yesterday, and he was telling me that Farley and Spade have been working out in the gym, and that Farley, his legs are so, here comes Nicholas, who goes right at Farley with no fear. But Farley apparently has been working out really good, so his legs are like the size of tree trunks as he just hurls Nicholas halfway across the ring, but Nicholas comes back with a forearm.
He's on the defensive here. The beauty of tag team
Farley's going to have a hard time here, and again, folks, the only place you could ever see anything like that is anything like this, I should say, is here on Dream Masters, where we make the impossible possible, folks. We have no limitations like real life. So if you ever thought of a match you guys have always wanted to see, no matter how ridiculous you may think it is, or imagine, or how impossible you think it may be, we're the ones that make it happen. Much like you're going to see later in our main event. As Farley is having problems with Nicholas. Farley sent to the corner by Nicholas. From what I understand, I was talking to one of Nicholas's teachers, and I had no idea Nicholas was going to come here, but I was told that when we signed Nicholas to our roster, that his teacher was telling us that, you know, he doesn't really get in a lot of trouble at school. He's actually very quiet. Go figure. He's quiet at school and at home, but he goes to wrestling and becomes a maniac. Only in wrestling, folks. As Farley, he's got Nicholas, he picks up Nicholas, probably no problem at all, and drives him.
He's got the shoulders down. Corey, a few moments ago, you took us through
2 count only. I think it's time to get some Spade in there. I mean, Farley's been in there quite some time, and Nicholas gets driven down again.
You have to like his chances here. That just echoed
There's another 2 count.
Arena. And he kicks out.
There's Nicholas showing some tenacity since the last time he had a match. Oh, here comes Spade.
Oh, he needed that in the worst way.
He hits it with a clothesline, does very nothing. Oh my! And Nicholas is right down. Farley with a Spade with a clothesline, and Nicholas is not phased by David Spade, who apparently has taken the persona of one of his multiple characters, Joe Dirt specifically, and there's a hell of a DDT. Farley is probably so exhausted he can't even get on the apron as Nicholas is measuring David Spade. And the sad part is David Spade and Nicholas seem to not be very small, very much of a size difference.
There's the cover. Can he do it?
It's a pin on Spade. Spade gets the shoulder up. Maybe it's more fight than we thought he did. And Farley is now on the apron again. Spade sent to the corner. Tag to the big guy, and this is not going to be good for David Spade, I have a feeling. As Braun Strowman drives that tree branch-like elbow into the lower spine of one David Spade.
The tag team scene here in WWE is undergoing
this, ladies and gentlemen, is why sometimes when the Hollywood guys want to get in the ring and do the wrestling thing, they should really think about it before they do so. As Braun Strowman meets David Spade outside the ring.
Talking about great tag teams, we can go all the way back to teams like the Tolos brothers, Stevens and Patterson, Stevens and Bob.
Strowman, nice enough to introduce David Spade's face to the barricade. And again, we're here in the Dream Masters arena.
Have to travel together, train together, eat
as you can see, it's all over the apron and everywhere else. As Strowman now is put in there by David Spade and the elbow across the throat.
Tag team
that was a quick turnaround, huh? I hope you guys didn't count David Spade out. He may be short, he may be size-wise inferior, but he definitely has some spark and very sarcastic. And now comes the big guy who trips over the rope to get in the ring. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. It's the heart attack, ladies and gentlemen.
The shoulders are down.
Nicholas puts an end to that count, but that could have been over. As Farley hits Nicholas from behind, but I guess he missed him. He probably tried to hit a guy. He probably thought that he was about the size of a regular person. So, as now Strowman is in a camel clutch. I'm sorry. I was told by Farley and Spade's agent over here, Adam Sandler. Apparently, that is called the Tommy Boy. What is it? The Tommy Boy Breaker. Apparently, I don't know what that means, but I guess you have to be Chris Farley to understand it. As Farley is driving those knees into the spine of Braun Strowman now. That's like 6. I don't think, and again, I told you guys earlier that his legs are very thick and very hard. I can't really tell whose legs are bigger between him and Braun's, but he's just continuing to drive that knee into the spine of Braun Strowman. I'm not so sure that Braun expected to have a hard time with these SNL guys, unless he heard that SNL guys were coming and he forgot about the Legends part.
Using the knee as a weapon.
Because granted, I know that he has problems coming up Sunday with some guys he's going to face who are nothing like Chris Farley and David Spade. Of course, David Spade's not that much bigger than them, but as far as Legend status, they're not quite Farley and Spade, which is this team you see before you. That is continuing to drive that knee into the spine. And Farley now sends Strowman to the corner.
Some of the all-time greats in this business utilize the running power slam.
Takes his time, probably a little tired there. It looks like he tagged in David Spade, drives his shoulder to the shoulder blades. That was an elbow rather to the shoulder blades of Braun Strowman. Who would know that Braun Strowman would be the whipping boy in this contest? Nicholas was in there and he ran house. Strowman's on his back. Nicholas had no problem taking down David Spade earlier, but Strowman is having issues with David Spade apparently. Oh, there's a that was the Dickie Roberts fist drop right there, folks. That's right, he has that, and Strowman's now sent to the corner by Spade, but shoves the very small man down, and there's a right hand, but Spade wasn't even fazed by it. Is Strowman losing energy? And now, an elbow to the spine from Farley this time. That back is taking a hell of a beating. And now, Strowman. That is a DDT and a half. Well, what? Sorry, that's called a table breaker DDT.
A few moments ago, you mentioned some of the great tag
apparently, Chris just got
sports entertainment history.
Just drove in. Apparently, I was told by the guy in the parking lot. Oh no!
That's an impressive.
How about that?
Victory.
Again, folks.
Now let's get another look at some of the high points of that one.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised of how this thing turned out. I'm sure Braun Strowman's definitely surprised how it turned out. Even by bringing his secret weapon here, Nicholas. That was not quite enough, because they kind of cornered Braun Strowman and kind of showed him that, you know,
and so it goes. Maybe
you should probably hear about who the guys are from SNL before you quickly jump in there. I mean, what if it was Wayne and Garth? That'd be crazy. I don't know if they'd be even tougher.
And dangerous David S. High voltage.
Big pinfall victory here tonight.
It's performances like the one we just saw from these guys that makes tag team wrestling so exciting.
That's something, folks. So stick around, folks.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, we got a couple more for you. Stick around. More action coming your way.